We are inviting His Holiness to bestow the precious Dhamma teaching. Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming, homage to Master Sakya Zeng Kong, and homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Thupten Darji. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, Mahabala. Sumo, Tansen Gatso, Thupten City, all Dhamma masters, Dhamma educators, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma lecturers, Dhamma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
Hola, amigo. Que quiero mucho. Skoin. Ichiba. Kimochi. Yumi. Yapi. Puri puri. Konnichiwa.
I would like to announce for next Sunday, January 30th. Wow, January will be gone. And when is the Chinese New Year? February 1st. Time flies. At Sunday at 3 p.m. there would be Manohara, the wealth-attracting goddess Homa fire offering ceremony. There's no need to give introduction on her. She was emanated from the heart of Amitabha Buddha. So we can say that she is a great wealth deity. And Manohara also give or let people win prizes. If you don't want to win any prizes or you don't like money, and you are pure and clean, and you don't like money, then you don't need to become primary supplicants. Very simple. Today we did Mahabala. Wow, it was incredible, supreme. First, he immediately descended. Second, as soon as I formed the mudra, swiftly, very fast, he would descend. And if I did not form the mudra, he's abiding in the sky. So this deity is a special, great protector on special contract. Because he embodies Golden Mother, Amitabha Buddha, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, and the attendant with the great power, and Padma Kumara. a union of 5 deities, a protector with great power. So his divine duster symbolizes Golden Mother, the Vajra pole, Padma Kumara, and on top of his crown is Amitabha Buddha. And he originally is one of the 6 attendants to Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva and Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. So the attendant, the Siddhigarbha, Padma Kumara, Golden Mother, and Amitabha. So 5 in 1. A special protector for True Buddha school. He's holding a pole that can hit the enemies and make them dizzy. And the lasso can bind the enemies, and the duster can clear your karma or hindrances. And the other arm is forming the subjugation mudra, which means it would subdue everything. So this deity has tremendous power. So I hope that all of us would support him, because he symbolizes the special protector of True Buddha school. So he's enshrined here, and we cannot ask him to leave no matter what. I saw that he's so marvelous, so wonderful. So I wanted to have him back home. As soon as we opened the front door, we would see this protector. But the then abbot of Rainbow Temple and all the directors did not approve, did not say yes. So that's why I didn't bring him home. So he's always here. At that time, he was placed near the bathroom. And I said, "Oh, how could you place him near the bathroom? I might as well bring it home." And in front of my front doors. So, but if there are visitors coming to my house or foreigners, as soon as we open the front door, they would faint seeing him, and they would think that they've got to hell, because he's the attendant with great power, and he has been Grandmaster's protector all along, because he was sent by Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva to accompany Grandmaster in his deliverance of sentient beings in the Saha world. Therefore, you should become primary supplicants for this deity. See, on my right thumb, there is a mark, a symbol of this attendant with, or envoy with great power, which is this deity, Mahabala. He's right here on my thumb, with 2 eyes, nose, mouth. So he's along me all along. He's sent by Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva to help True Buddha school. Let me tell a joke first. This is a very short composition, and the title is being low-key. I live in a 400 trillion old Earth, sunning in the 50 trillion year old sun. And I always have some financial relation with Jack Ma. And have I ever boast about it? And even the computer that I use is especially designed by Bill Gates. So have I inflated myself? Have I been proud? No, that's why I'm very low-key. This one is also a composition. And the title is Being Wronged. Xiaoming took exam paper home and had the score of 90. And Ming thought that his dad would praise him. But when Dad saw that, Dad said that you added 0 to this number, and he beat me. And I felt so wrong. I really did not add the 0, but I added the 9. So I was chatting with my boyfriend, talking about losing weight, and I was very disheartened and complained. I've been on vegetarian food for a year, and I didn't lose any weight. Instead, I gained. That you must be a herbivore. Animals, typically they're bigger, like cows, elephants, kangaroos, rhinos. And it's one more. A rhino? Is that a vegetarian? So even by eating vegetarian hippos, and even vegetarian food can make you fat. The wife was looking at the mirror and complaining about her acne. Why do I have so many acne on my face? And the husband said, oh, because God was envious of you being so beautiful. And the wife said, but you're not handsome, but how come you have acne too? And the husband said, oh, because God punished me for lying. Okay, now we'll cover the topics. On the question and answer. Lianhua Tianhua from Singapore. Grandmaster, homage to you. I have a few questions. Sometimes when I practice and chant mantra, it takes a long time. So if the incense or the candle has finished, but I have made offering of them, do I need to make sure that they are still lit until the end of the practice? Because sometimes I didn't pay attention. For example, in meditation, the incense and candles are finished. So that's a very detailed question. But no need to worry. As long as you have made offering of the incense and candles, whether it's already burned away and the candles is finished, that's unrelated to you. Because you've made the offering of incense and candle and you have lit them. You have lit the candle and the incense. Then you just finish your practice. That's fine. Don't be so concerned about all the details. Whether the incense is extinguished, whether you have to lit a new incense or new candle, it's up to you. You can do it or not. Either way. Second question. My altar is inside a cabinet with doors. So if I finish my practice, but the incense is still burning, then I would burn it with fire so that it finishes soon, so that I can close the doors to the altar. So he finishes his practice. So of course you can do that. Because the incense is not finished yet, and because it is inside the cabinet and you want to close the doors, so you lit the incense, you burn the incense basically to make it burn fast, and then you close the door. That's fine. The third question, taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So does Sangha refer to ordained monks and nuns who are still striving for Buddhahood, or is it only to those ordained people who have attained Buddhahood? I have talked about this, refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So this Sangha refers to the sages, not those ordained monks and nuns who are eating, being lazy, indolent, nitpicking, convoluted, not straight, still violating precepts. Those are not the ones that you take refuge in. So refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sanghas who have been liberated, ultimately liberated, and have attainments. So refuge in the Dharma is the teachings of the Buddha. So refuge in the Sangha is in the sages, those who abide by the precepts, who truly comprehend the Buddha Dharma, and they're kind and upright acharyas. Then they would be the sagely Sangha. So that's in the least. That's the least requirement. Sages who understand Buddha Dharma and can teach you Buddha Dharma. And they are upright, not convoluted. They don't have so much thoughts in their mind, always thinking about wealth, lust, fame, always moving their mind. But the Sechli Sangha would quiet down immediately. And then when they move, they can handle anything. So it's a very qualified Sechli Sangha. So if you have a Buddha inside him and you practice the Buddha Dharma and your conduct is like a sage. So this is called the three refuges, self-refuge. So the true refuge is refuge in yourself, taking refuge in yourself. The first, you comprehend Buddha Dharma and you actualize the Buddha Dharma or realize them. And second, you have reached the state of liberation. You yourself have been liberated and you can teach others to be liberated. And third, you are the Sechli Sangha who abide by the precepts. So the true refuge is you take refuge in yourself. That's called a self-refuge. Do you understand? Next question from Indonesia. Siji. Grandmaster, please advise 2 questions. In the Tripitaka, it was written that Mahasri Devi is the mother of all Tathagatas and all the heavenly beings. Sometimes Grandmaster advise fellow disciples who practice Avalokitesvara to have Mahasri as the protector. So does Mahasri have a deep affinity with Avalokitesvara? Or is she the emanation of Avalokitesvara? So it's not just a regular goddess? Or it's not an ordinary bodhisattva? Mahasri Devi, as we know, in the Japanese Tantrayana, is different from the look in Tibetan Tantrayana or Chinese Tantrayana. In Tibetan Tantrayana, Mahasri is riding on a celestial horse with an eye on his behind, and he looks like this Mahabala, very ferocious, and on her chest she hangs all the Tibetan vowels or consonants, and was placed or was symbolized by skulls, over 50 skulls. In a necklace hanging on her neck. That's Tibetan Mahasri. But Japanese Mahasri is different. She looks like a goddess So that's how she looks. It's very beautiful. The 12 Sri Devis are very beautiful. That's the Japanese Dantayana. They're different. So Palden Lamo in Tibetan can be treated as a protector. So the heavenly beings are protectors. So also in Japanese. So Mahasri is an emanation of Avalokitesvara. You're asking me, and whom should I ask? Did the Tripitaka ever say that? Have you ever read that? I think it's inside the Lotus Sutra, right? Check the internet. Is she an emanation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva? Anybody knows? There was a chapter on the Mahasri spoken by the Buddha. Which sutra is that? He asks this. That's the question. That's the mantra. There is a sutra. White. Oh, there are many names to Mahasri. Many names. There are many names that's related to lotus and white, color white. The mantra is Om Mahasriya Soha. It is recorded in the Golden Light Sutra about Mahasri. So the mother of the lotus division is the white robe Avalokitesvara. But does it mean that Mahasri is emanation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva? The mantra of Mahasri, Om Mahasriya Soha. Mahasri means the great auspicious. 108 Light Sutra. And the names of Mahasri: lotus, big lotus, white. So she has many names related to white and lotus.
就是白衣观音。总之啊，有亲戚的关系。
In some, they are related.
你问得不错。
Your question's not bad.
观世音菩萨是有亲戚的关系啊。
They are related to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. That's all I can say.
那么其实我们在修行当中
Actually, in our spiritual cultivation,
的佛都是有关联，都有关系。
many Buddhas are related.
佛有五部。
There are 5 divisions of the Buddhas. Vairocana Buddha, Akshoba Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Ratnasambhava Buddha, Amoghasiddhi Buddha. They're divided into 5 divisions. And the lotus division belongs to Amitabha Buddha, and of course Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva too. And the Mahasri is a distant relative of the lotus division.
师尊的书记载，吉祥天女更适合女子去修持。
Grandmaster in his book wrote that Mahasri is more appropriate for women to practice and not for men, because she appears in a goddess appearance and very extraordinary and has a pure mind. And if a man practices it, then he would have some attachment. So how do we practice so that we are not being violated? So this person, Siji, wants to practice Mahasri, but he wonders how to practice it so that not being violated. A respectful and faithful male practitioner wanting to practice Mahasri. It's very simple. Just abide by the precepts. So, if you abide by the Buddhist 5 basic precepts, then you will not be violated. You don't kill, and you offer pure things. You don't steal. Then that would be filthy. If you use stolen things as offerings, that would be filthy. And you don't have any sexual misconduct. So if you don't have any bad thoughts as offering, and you don't lie, you don't deceive, you don't curse to violate her. And lastly, you don't drink like now during the COVID-19. Grandmaster drinks a little bit. Although of the 5 basic precepts, one of them is not to drink, but Grandmaster took a little bit and was never affected. If you get drunk and lose control, then you are violating her. But if you don't, then that's fine. So like when you make offering to the Vajra protectors, you need to use alcohol. And then in the Tibetan Tantayana, if you offer to Mahasri, you can offer alcohol too, because she's also a protector. And after the offering, if you just throw them away, that's a pity. So you just drink a little bit yourself. That should be fine. But never drink and drive, and never lose control. Then you don't offend her. If you abide by the 5 basic precepts, then you can make offering to Mahasri. And these 5 precepts are the basic Buddhist precepts. Okay, that's my answer to Indonesian. Now we will expound on the Vajra Sutra. I encountered a beggar, and on his hand there was a note, "I am deaf and dumb, so please spare some money." So I suspected that he's a liar, he's cheating, so I told him, "Sorry, I have no money." But then he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I lost my wallet. Can you please give me some money, because I need to buy, I need to go home." And then I said, "But didn't you say that you're deaf and dumb?" And the beggar said, "But didn't you say that you don't read, that you're illiterate?" A young man starting to lose his hair and went to see a doctor, and the doctor took a look and sighed, and pointing to a monk sweeping the ground. So the young man was very hopeful and said, "Oh, the monk is a master that can cure hair loss?" And the doctor said, "No. A few months later, you would be like him." The judge was prosecuting a thief. You know, you're stealing other people's necklaces and jewelries. Don't you feel anxious at all? And the thief said, "Of course, sure, because I'm worried if they're fake." And there are too many fake diamonds now. Okay, now let's talk about the Vajra Sutra. Talking about the chapter 16, ability to purify karma. The Vajra Sutra can purify your own karma. The title is very easy to explain. Chapter 16, Vajra Sutra, chapter 16. It talks about the ability to purify your karma. Once the karma is purified, then you have no more karma. Then of course you will be liberated. And once you're liberated, you can go to Sukhavati, to the Pure Land of eternal light and eternal and serene light. You have no karma, and your body will naturally emit light. That's the highest Pure Land. And you can also go to the reward Pure Land, the magnificent land for proper rewards. And of course, you can go to the abundant Pure Land for convenience. And you can. So, the Vajra Sutra can purify karma. The title means it is able to purify your karma. Once your karma is completely eradicated, then you can go to the Buddha lands in the 10 Dharma realms, and you would have attainments in the 4 sagely realms, which are Buddhahood, Bodhisattvahood, Pratika Buddhahood, and Shravakahood. Let's talk about the sutra. I just said it. That's it. That's the end of the teaching. Up to here, I have this thought. The Vajra Sutra talks about emptiness, the non-phenomena of self, non-phenomena of others, non-phenomena of sentiments, non-phenomena of lifespan. And the Heart Sutra is also talking about emptiness. No eyes, ears, nose, eyes, mouth, body, and speech, and no sight, smell, sounds, taste, touch, and others. So, Vajra Sutra and the Heart Sutra are talking about emptiness. There's nothing to gain. In this world, there is nothing to gain. I have an analogy. I am giving Dharma teachings here now, and you are all listening to the Dharma down there. In the Vajra Sutra, it is said, there is no speaker, there are no listeners, and there is no such thing as Dharma. And this is emptiness. Which is the 3 wheels are empty. So in Texas, we have a 3-wheel or tri-chakra Lechang temple. So I bestowed this 3-wheel, the name 3-wheel to him. And at first he said, "You're talking about tricycle. The cars have 4 wheels, but you're giving me only 3 wheels." But the meaning of 3 wheels is from the Buddha Sutra. The 3 wheels are intrinsically empty. You need to comprehend this empty nature. The mindset of Grandmaster nowadays, my viewpoint on life, my life outlook is I am an audience and enter into a movie theater to watch a movie. And in the movie, there is a main actor called Sung Yan Lu and a main actress, a main character, a male character, Sung Yan Lu, and female character, Li Xiang Lu. And then we started to play, to act. And then there are many other supporting characters, males and females, and also the many other supporting characters, and then also the scenes, which is Taiwan, Kaohsiung, Taichung, and we continue to act and to play to Seattle until now. And Sung Yen Lu became Grandmaster Lu and seated there giving Dharma teachings, and he has many followers established through the school. So I'm just watching this movie. I went to the movie theater. And the title of the movie is the origin of Sung Yen Lu. So from he was born and continued to play, and then the movie ends. The end. And after I finished watching the movie, then I would exit the movie theater. Of course, I would be moved or touched by the movie because the movie includes happiness, sadness, anger, joy, all of them. And I was carried away by all the acts, of Sung Yen Lu and Li Xiang Lu, all being played out, the main characters and secondary characters and all the supporting. And then at the end, it's game over. So in Japanese, it would be called owari, game, which means the end. So real Sung Yen Lu is watching a movie of the fake Sung Yen Lu. So the I who's giving Dharma teachings here is the fake Sung Yen Lu. But my Buddha nature is the true Sung Yen Lu. So the true Sung Yen Lu is watching the fake Sung Yen Lu acting in the movie. And one day it will end. Or the Sung Yen Lu that's played in the movie. So after we finish watching, so the main actors, supporting actors, all the cast in the movie has what relation to the audience. Although when you're watching, you would be moved and you cry when they cry, you laugh when they laugh, or you feel angry when they're angry, or sad when they're sad. But after you finish watching, oh, it's just a movie. The two are unrelated to each other. This is the audience watching myself played in the movie. This is the essential meaning of the Vajra Sutra. The actors or the characters in the movie are, of course, they're all fake. So the fake ones are very similar to the real ones. But I'm just an audience. And the audience is Buddha nature. It's the true Sung Yen Lu. And the Sung Yen Lu that's in the Saha world now is the fake Sung Yen Lu. So all those actors, they are all just faking them. They are all fakes. non-phenomena of self, non-phenomena of others, non-phenomena of sentient beings, non-phenomena of lifespan. But the Buddha nature is under self-control. So the audience Seng Yen Lu and the Seng Yen Lu that's being watched are totally unrelated. It's the Buddha nature. So now you understand what is Buddha nature and what is liberation. So the true Seng Yen Lu is the one that's truly liberated. And all the characters that's being played out in the movie are all fake or false. But if the Seng Yen Lu in the movie violated the precepts and have karma, they would still be cycled in the rebirth realm. So we can also say that the rebirth realm of the sixth samsara is also fake. So if you don't recognize it, then you would be in eternal cycle of the rebirth. But if you can recognize it, then, oh, this is just a movie, and the movie has ended, and you can liberate yourself, and you can have attainment, and you are under self-control, and you can free yourself. But if you regard the fake Seng Yen Lu as the true Seng Yen Lu, then you would continue to cycle in the rebirth cycle. Because if they make mistakes, they violate the precepts, they will continue the rebirth cycle. So I am explaining the Vajra Sutra, how to be liberated and how to purify your karma. So the sixth patriarch Huineng said, do not think of good, do not think of bad. It is totally irrelevant to him. Good or bad is totally irrelevant to him. And now you have freed yourself after reading the Vajra Sutra. You are just watching yourself playing in the movie of this life. But you also have to purify yourself in order to jump out from the rebirth cycle. But if you do not purify your own karma, it would be impossible for you to free yourself from the bondage of the rebirth cycle. So one day, when I die, when this fake Seng Yen Lu die, I would just write 3 Chinese words, which is irrelevant. That I have no relationship at all with that fake Seng Yen Lu. I'm just watching him play in the movie. I'm just an audience. Now do you understand? So the title is How to Purify Our Own Karma. When you see it clearly, that human life is just a movie. That every one of us is acting in the movie. We are all actors, actresses. We act our own movie. You are the focus. And one day the movie will end. If you don't become Buddha nature, then you will always think that the movie is real. You're inside the movie. You're carried away by the movie. You're acting in the movie, continue to act in the movie, and you would tumble in the rebirth cycle because your karma has not been cleared completely. But when you comprehend the Vajra Sutra, the non-phenomena of self, other sentient beings and lifespan, you don't act anymore in the movie. You have purified yourself. You jump out and you become an audience. to watch yourself so that it doesn't go over, that the character that you play do not create or generate karma. Then you do not have to continue acting in the movie of this rebirth cycle. You have jumped out of it. You have been liberated. Then you would be clear about your own karma. I am explaining this very clearly to you. Greed, anger, delusion, doubt, and pride. Closing off the 6 thieves. The eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. They don't exist. And also sight, smell, taste, touch, and thought. They also don't appear. And there's also no wealth, lust, fame, food, and sleep. So only because of the fake Sengyen Lu that there is a rebirth cycle. The true Sengyen Lu has no rebirth cycle. There is no rebirth cycle for the true Sengyen Lu. A couple of days ago, Simu and I, after finishing our late night snack, she was going back to her bedroom, and I needed to drop some eye drops in her eyes and cover her with blankets and do protections around her bedroom. And she has a 4-wheel, like a wheelchair, like a tiny vehicle. That's only for one person. That if she cannot walk conveniently, then she can drive it, go to any room. She can drive it or ride it from her room to my room. And she looked at that vehicle and told me, there's a girl sitting on it. And immediately I asked her, is she beautiful? And then she just take a look at me. Now today, I'm asking her, was the girl on that vehicle beautiful? She said, even if the ghost is beautiful, I'm still jealous. So that's why she didn't say if she's beautiful or not. If the ghost is was beautiful or not. Was it true what she saw? And she said, oh, there's a girl on top of this cart. And immediately I asked, is it beautiful? Is she beautiful? That's the heart of that fake Sengyen Lu. It's a ghost with no form, and you still ask if she's beautiful. So that this fake one asks like that. And in addition, as I walk back to my bedroom, I join my palms to Golden Mother and I would say Om Jimu Siddhi Hom 3 times. And Golden Mother would rise to the sky, and her brow point would radiate light upon my brow point. At such time, I would hear the sound of high heels from far away in the hallway, and then to walk to your side, and then it stops. Good thing, that's me. If it had been you, it would be goosebumps all over. It would be cold, trembling. And this is true. I don't lie to you. And just step to next to you, and then it stops. Every day. Every day they do such things. Or the leather shoes of a man, man's leather shoes, or sandals. They wear different things. That they walk to my side. As they walk to my side. Good thing that was me. I have a thought then. Sometimes when they bug me, I would say, you know, by coming here, you don't need to greet me. I would just say, hi, how are you? But you don't have to make any sounds. I'm not scared of the intangibles, but the sounds you made sometimes would surprise me. It would just shock me. All of a sudden, a loud sound would occur. Why? Every time. And also the sound of the shoes. I know you're all here. I would greet you. Hi. Every time I go there, I would say first, hi, how are you? So, and they would not make any sound. So, but if when they do, I would be shocked. So these intangibles do exist. If there is no such things as the intangibles, then why do you wear mask? Because the COVID-19 cannot be seen with naked eyes either. The intangibles are such are like that. They exist. So from experience, the spirits, the netherworld, the ghosts with no forms do exist. So therefore, you cannot become ghosts or bird spirits. So in the future, everyone should be like this title, that you're able to purify karma in chapter 16, that you can purify your own karma. So through Vajra Sutra and to put it into practice, you can cleanse and purify your own karma. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.